It's post time. Oh, babe. Sissy on the dance floor with me. Oh, babe. Future depends on what I see. I can tell by your lips, they so juicy they can't. When you work in my hips, got me so curious. Worked it out on you for now, you hooked your that's it. Mine, oh mine.
Good morning. Well, it's not morning. Good afternoon, Vaughn.
Afternoon.
What's
going on?
Nothing much. We just well, a whole lot because we're looking at you. We waiting to chat with you because you are well. Okay, I told my disclaimer is I already told.
I heard you. Thank you so much. I love you just as the way you love me.
Oh Lord. Okay, thank you. Do you remember some months ago you were cover on iTunes Entertainment Magazine?
Yeah, when Jelani sent me the cover, I was like, I know iTunes Entertainment, man.
Yeah, so even though it's two different entities, we overlap because I'm the host on this and then I'm the editor-in-chief of that. But
okay.
So what I'm going to do is, Code, you want to play one of... Don't play the one that I like just yet.
No, because that'll be the last song
That'll be the last song we're going out with.
Right.
Nah, I don't like that. You should like all.
I like all, but this one, I got to tell you, bro. This one just... just does it for me. You know what I'm saying?
She have this attraction
to that song.
To that song. So yeah.
I just love it like talk love mud. Okay, where are you going with, Code?
We're going with this part.
Just one. You know, she said we are live big like blue whale, big like blue whale. Tell it, big. You know, she said we are doing big, much more to life than just living. Live like November 26, cause every day is Thanksgiving. We just a do it like Nike, everything is alright. The whole of my family, them doing just fine. Me no keep friend, cause them a night butterfly. And them only come around when them still like. Cause when me looking at me wallet, I am no again. Me face them panic, them just can't stop this kid. When my I was born from a heart that's clean. So everything Jah give me is for me, and you just can't stop this kid. Yeah.
How are you? Yo, big tune.
So let me formally welcome you to the People's Chat Room, Vaughn, and thank you for being a part of the show today. So straight up, let me jump in. Yesterday we were reading the news. My guy is from Grenada. And we were reading the news, and it says that there's going to be a state of emergency, I think, as of yesterday, towards the end of September. But right now, you're not on the island, right?
No, I'm not, actually. I'm out here in London.
So I know your heart is back in Grenada because your mom is at home. Always.
I live at home.
Yeah.
Every time I travel.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? We ask that of almost everyone. What are your thoughts with the pandemic, how it's affecting the music industry?
I mean, I think just like everybody else, it's tremendously affected us, in a big way, especially in let's say monetary. Like artists are unable to really, well, now it's kind of getting better, but for 2 years you would say that it's prevented everyone from traveling and performing and making, earning a living. And and there are many ways that we overlook too in terms of mental health and all that. And a lot of us has been affected by it in many different ways. And so many people lost loved ones, so condolences to everyone who lost one. But I guess all we have to do is just try to remain steadfast, try to keep a positive mindset and wait.
Okay. So thank you for that response. One of the things I'm well aware of is that you write almost all your material. And I'm going back on what I remember we talked about in the magazine. The songs that you don't use, you kind of stockpile it and you give it out to your friends. All right?
Yeah.
Do you ever, are you at a point now where you sometimes, okay, you know what? I don't mind going back and taking this one or using that one. Have you started doing that, or you're just stockpiling it and you're leaving it alone? It's done with.
I have a issue. I call it a big problem. When I do songs, sometimes I do a song for the mood I'm in. So there are days that I will do a few good songs or a really, really nice song, and I just leave it there and I never go back to it. And sometimes I feel like I'm fighting against myself when I do that a lot of times. 'Cause a lot of these songs could go out and I'm sure could do so much for people and could do so much for me, but I just love to do music, to be honest. Now, I find the releasing part of it, I just had to stay away from it because I can't control it.
It's a bittersweet. It's a bittersweet thing. It's a bittersweet.
Yeah,
You're
because
really-
I just like to create music.
You're really blessed because, again, with soca
Thank you.
music, you're welcome. With soca music and the industry that we're in, except for the lost year of 2020, musicians or entertainers, I should say, have to keep putting out music every year. And you got to stockpile it. Anytime you don't feel like looking to write something, you could always delve into it and say,
Yeah,
okay, you know what?
yeah.
I think I'll go with that one, you know?
Yeah, it's important to do that. It's important to. It's just like training. If you're not doing something, if you're not giving it your time, you get rusty. You know, like it wouldn't be like second nature to you. It's like if you're not dedicating all your time to what you love and what's giving you, or making a living for you, then it don't make no sense you doing it then. So I just try to do it every day and as much as I can. So that's why I'm in that kind of situation.
So that says to me that producing music, doing music on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, is still very much a large part of who you are now.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. Especially during the pandemic, I had the opportunity to create albums, I would say.
So you had the opportunity during the pandemic to create albums, but you're not going to stockpile those albums, right? You're going to actually put it
Well,
out
at the
there.
moment they are, because one should have been out already.
Okay.
Ooh.
All
Wow.
right. So should have been out tells me that it's going to come out sooner or later, right?
Most definitely.
All right.
Most
So we got some new music here that we're going to play and then we'll talk on the other side, all right?
All right.
Jaja, give me the blessing and give me the style and give me the voice to touch high note. So me jump in the studio to use it, so please don't send me no text right now, my phone per flight mode. To get the foreign currencies, me jump from plane to plane like a pilot. Forever real to the fans, so when they reach in the dance, all of the girl them wild. So don't try style the thing, you better show me the green, no hide the king. Some boy try while the thing, but I know cartoon Mickey and mine the thing. We build the mansion brick by brick. Boy, let me break it to you. Forget things we no touch, man. Forever straight, we no bail like Kuno. Diamond shade, Jesus emblem. Yo, we got the stars set the chen. Me no follow back, man, no back friend. Give me money from Durams to Yang Yang. Supremes alone, show me the gem them. This is an exclamatory sentence. Them a try stop me think, it can't end them. 10 years no jail sentence. So don't try style the thing, you better show me the green light again. Some boy try while the thing, but I know cartoon Mickey.
So Rakshan Singh of iTunes Radio, he's on the Facebook stream and he say, my brother Vaughn, he mash up London because he's in London.
Oh, that's right. He's in London.
He's
right
in
now.
London,
Yeah. In London.
Big up.
In London.
I'm in London,
In
innit?
London.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I'm in London, man. You know the thing, go, bro.
So I gotta tell you, in many ways, and I'm still trying to make the connection, but I think I'll make the connection as I probably say the what I'm about to say. In many ways, you remind me of Voice.
Really?
Yeah. You're probably gonna ask me why you say that, and my response will be, I really don't know, but to me, there's something about you. I don't know if it's primarily the voice. It's not the voice alone. It's something about your spirit.
The temperament.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
temperament,
really laid back,
spirit,
right?
spirit.
It's yeah. People like often. I got that before, and people often like get like they'll be like, wait now, but I thought you were that kind of person, and then why are you so quiet? Why are you so thing? Like people always tell me that. But yeah, just chilling, man.
Well, I already knew you were a laid back person because of the interview back, I think last year before,
Back
whenever,
then.
with
Yeah.
iTunes Entertainment Magazine. So I already knew that, but I think people that meet you for the first time, of course, they will pick that vibe up. But to me, there's a major correlation. And it's not just the personality, there's something else that's in there,
So, in other words, behind the microphone, he's just born with all the vowels. In front of the microphone,
You
he's
get the
born
vibes.
with no
Yeah.
vowels, a completely different, completely different individual.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Without the mic, I'm Javon. You know? With the
Ah,
mic is another beast.
So-
okay.
So let me elaborate a little bit more. Let me go again. So have you ever done a collab with Voice?
No, we haven't done a song together yet.
Is that
I
something?
mean, it's something that we spoke of, and yeah, it's not hard. It's easy because we good, but we never did anything in the studio though.
Well, you
Not
know,
yet.
when you all do that, well, we'll be all over it because there's two of my favorite entertainers jamming.
I like how you say that.
Yeah,
She
we
said
spoke
we.
about it enough times.
She
Yeah.
said we, and then you say you will be all over it.
I didn't say you.
You say we.
I said
and then
we'll
I said-
be all over it.
Yeah, and then you said me. I know you'll be all over that song.
Because
We all over it, man. Come on.
ain't no shame in my
Like,
game.
not
I
at
just,
all, not at all,
I
not
love
at all.
it when entertainers, when entertainers just rise to the occasion and you're good at what you do, young man.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
and I love the fact that I was watching a video yesterday. I think you were talking about Grenada. You talked about your mom's callaloo is the best callaloo on the island.
Yeah, that was the Grenada Rocks campaign. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was
Definitely.
like, you represent totally. So let's backtrack a little. Took you a while to get to this point, right?
Yeah.
Was it just changing your approach that mattered? Was it changing your approach, changing who represented you? What made the difference from then to when things started to turn around for you with when you entered the competition in Trinidad and you pretty much just brought it to the point where you had a lot of Trinis shaking in their knees?
First of all, I think everything, how I think and how I thought about it for a while is like everything is in God's time. Nothing would happen for me if I couldn't handle it, So before that time, I felt like it was more time to practice, time to study, and time to really figure out what's going on and what I really want to do, and figure out myself as a person, to that point. Because also when you said changing of who represents me, that also played a very important role because that's where me and Stephen link, and I feel like I'm always super grateful for the fact that he came in and he did all he could have done to help along the way, to get us to that point. And before that, there were many challenges, some I don't speak of, some of I just let them be, but at that time I feel like this is when I mentally said that, hey, let's go, and don't look back. Just go hard. And I developed a different mentality towards music, towards recording, towards the time I put into it, towards the type of music I record and everything. And, everything just work hand in hand. And as I say, in God's time. And boy, you say Trini shaking her knees. If it's one thing I don't even do, I love my Trinis. I don't disrespect at all. They wasn't shaking, man. The only shake they shake is shake a leg for me. And I appreciate it because they didn't have to.
Well, let me tell you, you don't have to say it. I did. And I always put it like that. You don't have to say, let me be the bad guy here. I said it. You did have a lot of them shaking, okay?
Yeah.
So, but
Them artists and them were shaking, man, not the people.
Not just the most important.
But it's like, I think when you
Yeah.
said you started treating it differently, I think it's when you started treating music as a business.
Yeah, all that too. 'Cause
Yeah.
music for the patrons is enjoyment, is fun. But music for the artist is hugely around the business, honestly. And if we don't understand it, and if we don't know that, then it's problems.
Yeah.
Then crapo smoke your pipe,
yeah.
like the old people would say.
Yes, I did my research, and facts. You didn't lie on that one.
Yeah, put that seatbelt on, man, because I see the car moving. All right, I see the car
Most
moving.
definitely.
So, what
Most
you going to
definitely.
play? You're going to play my favorite song?
No, you want me to play your favorite song now?
Yeah. No, what you going to play?
You mean
Play my
can,
favorite song.
Let me play your favorite song.
Okay, so he going to play my favorite song. We lost him. I knew that would happen when
No
the car
problem.
started
All
moving,
right.
but I'm sure he's going to come back
You
on.
sure? Let me play your favorite song. All
No,
right.
no. He's got to hear me. Hear you play.
He got to hear you and
He gotta-
He got to hear you and
I'm here.
he's
You
here.
hearing me? Okay, we're going to play my favorite song.
Yeah, man.
You want me to play your favorite song?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Can I play it differently
Let
for
me
you?
guess.
You want me to
Let
play
me
it differently
guess.
for you?
Let me guess.
doing to me?
Let me guess. Let me guess.
Na 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 na. Party but you juke in your phone like you texting your boyfriend whole night. Is different Na 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 na. Party but you juke in your phone like you texting your boyfriend whole night. Isn't it with you he's supposed to be? He over there fetting whole night. You over here stressing your life when there's only one you have to live. Don't really wanna intervene, but did you come here with your team? She said no, no, no. Tell me to go so I could leave if I would intervene. She said no, no, no. That look like trouble in the morning when the liquor start to o'clock, when the music start to pump up, and we get ready to ramage. Trouble in the morning when I'm nowhere close to sober, when the party I was over, and everybody ready to jump and ready to jump and I tiffin and whining, know me, don't care if he friend them hold me. I hear where this man supposed to be. Why is he seen boy? I don't wanna cause no drama, but that bam bam hold me mama. I just wanna take you home with me. Don't really wanna intervene, but did you come here with your team? She said no, no, no. Tell me to go so I could leave if I rudely intervene. She said no, no, no. That look like trouble in the morning when the liquor starts.
Oh my goodness. Vaughn, you don't know, boy. I have broken down that song, not just, I put the lyrics to the side. I broke that song down into the rhythms.
Yeah.
When it changes the tempo, when the tempo flips, I broke that whole song down. And to me, that's one of the reasons why I love this song. And there's another song that I love, not by you, but it's by Kes, Fallen. I just listening to the
Yeah.
rhythms and how it plays and interacts with one another. Right? So that's the
You love
boss.
beautiful music.
Okay, so what was the jam behind that? That was just a bacchanal song. It was there
Trouble. I usually say God wrote it for me. Trouble was just me on a regular day, putting in the work on a beat that I love. There's no big set of story behind it. The only story I could give is how fast I did it. It's like 30 minutes.
Wow.
Wait,
They have
3-0?
3-0 and then this.
Yeah,
Oh.
they had to have like a full demo.
And this
Captain
is the
John
song
sent
that
me the beat.
this is the song that propelled you, that took you into mainstream.
Yep. So I say, I usually say God wrote it. I mean, I usually do music fast, but Trouble is one of them fast ones.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
everything just flew. Had no idea going into the beat, anything. I just started to sing. The first thing I got was no, no, no. And then I laid that down, and then I sang different melodies going up towards it, and then got that. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm truly amazed. Tell me, how was the London audience? I mean, I see what Roxanne wrote, but how was the London audience?
It was mad love and energy, man. It was kind of a surprise because I was coming up here just chill for a bit and mingle. They have me carded for next year, but I told them I would be coming up, and they were like, no, we have to book you twice. So I was like, all right, we could do a surprise guest now, and then we did the real thing. So went up there, and when I went on the stage, it was crazy. The energy was so high. Everyone coming off of the pandemic
Yes.
want to release. So we caught them in the moment. The energy, the love is always love. From everybody. Every time I'm on the stage, and I always have to say thanks to it because people don't have to do it and they still do it. So the energy was crazy. We mash up the whole place. On
So-
God.
What
So
show?
Roxanne was right.
What show was that? If you don't mind me asking.
That was Jam Juve.
Ah,
And then
okay.
and then I did Freedom Fest right after that. That was also mad love. That was actually one of the official events that I came for too.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
it was crazy. It's crazy.
You got a
The
2
love,
for 1.
the
You
love.
came for 1 and you got 2.
Yeah.
You got 2 for 1. You got all right.
Yeah. That just goes to show the love, man.
This again, the soca scene in London. Well, the soca scene outside of the Caribbean. How different is it, or how is it a unique experience, or they're even like, wait
More
a minute,
appreciative.
it's just like everywhere else in the world.
It's more or less the same, It's like it's more or less the same because at the end of the day, most of the people that are into soca at the moment, it is now, getting bigger and better and bigger. But most of the people that are into the soca are people that are from the Caribbean or have some form of Caribbean background.
English.
So-
Yeah.
That's strange, though.
Hold on. English is a funny language, and I here we're going. The gentleman said, "At the moment." In other words,
Yeah.
soca is popular now, so everyone is now. I want to listen. I want to play. I want
Yeah.
to be in the soca scene because it's popular at the moment, and we have to change that. That it's not soca is not for at the moment. Soca is now
No.
and forever.
Yeah, and that is a whole
That's a
whole
good
other
point.
conversation because that doesn't only that relies on a few things. It's a collective. One, the type of music, the artist, because it starts with us. What we write, what we put out, the messages that we send. In order to make it sound a particular way. Also, without the fans, without the people, the listeners, the music is nothing because everybody could decide, what, we're not listening to it. But most people that listen to it have the mentality that it is just for a particular moment. I don't want to speak for everyone. I
Correct.
can't.
Correct.
But most
Most.
that's like most people would listen to it more. Let's say more. I know there are a lot of people that listen to soca every day and respected that for sure. But so I don't wanna, get into no back now. So
Yeah,
most
I get you.
that
I get
I
you.
know listen to it, in certain times and certain just a certain time. So I guess we have to work together. The artists have to give the patrons songs that they can relate to on a larger scale, on a more
Okay,
a
but
longer period of time.
I got some
And the
input
people-
on that, okay? Because let's look at genres. When you look at the
Right.
genre of reggae, they didn't have to change anything. It's been out there. They're on the Grammys. They're on this and that, and they're on
Yeah.
different awards. So I feel at this point it's about the marketing. I really feel it's about the marketing, and for the marketers to take it into different locations where soca has never been before. Not just the typical, it's carnival here, it's carnival there, we play it, our entertainers go there. We got to try and get it into locations such as Disney, Universal Studios. Then you go into
Trust me,
small
it's
US. Go ahead.
there.
Trust me, the people there, they know it. Trust me, it's there. And the biggest marketers of the music, I say, is the fans. You know what I mean? It's the collective, like we as a people, like where we have to. Okay, look at that, right? I explained that to someone before. Let me explain it now. Look at this. We have soca. right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have chutney soca.
Mm-hmm.
We have power soca.
Mm-hmm.
We have groovy
Groovy
soca.
soca. Uh-huh.
We have jab jab or grenada soca. Then we
Correct.
have Lucian.
And now
One
it's
genre, right?
different
One
flavors.
genre
Different
that
flavors.
is not fully seen as a genre. Look at how many parts it is broken up into.
Mm.
There are certain places you go, you don't even hear a particular type of soca because that is not that crowd. That's how people gonna say it. It starts with us. You understand? We have to stop that breaking up thing and see it collectively as the
Okay.
genre it is.
I'm
then
chomping at the bit here because we're saying the
Uh-huh.
same things. We're saying the same thing, we're just saying it differently. Because I was saying that with reggae is accepted wherever.
Yeah.
They didn't have to break
But-
it up into this, that, and the other. It's accepted. One genre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And here we come with soca, and you got all them different breakdowns that you mentioned. The power,
So
groovy.
we separate it already. So if we have to fight, we have to fight as a collective. We can't fight separated because we wouldn't win.
Oh,
And
boy.
there are a lot of different things, contributing to why certain music. Because if you go into reggae music is like the father of hip hop, R&B. So like this type of music is like more traditional. Like it is more recognized, and then the demographic Jamaicans, they push their thing. You know what I mean? Like they push their
So
thing.
again, we're saying the same thing. We're just saying it differently. We need to take soca, not the chutney or the this or the that. Just take the genre
It
soca
will get
and
there,
see if we could push it as a
will get
collective,
there.
and then everything else will follow.
Well, here's my
go
other
ahead.
side of that, to the coin of that
ahead.
argument,
Mm-hmm.
where
Yeah.
soca has always been linked and will forever be linked with carnival, and carnival will always and forever be linked with
Nothing
soca.
wrong with that.
No, we're not saying nothing wrong with that, but this is where soca has become seasonal,
Yeah. Yeah, many different factors contribute, man. Trust
right?
me.
Many factors, as you said, but it's seasonal where artists from a particular island will release because their carnival
coming.
is coming.
Exactly.
No,
It's a hot mess.
it's still changing because now you have I'm going to mention Uber Soca at one point. People started releasing music for that Uber Soca for the cruise, which became a carnival on the seas.
Yeah.
But I understand the things. It's slowly progressing, but that's how it's been. Super Blue used to only release 4 or 5 songs a year,
Right.
and that was for Trinidad Carnival. After that, you ain't hear no new song from him for the following
Right.
year.
Can I intervene?
Sure.
I know I doesn't want to intervene, but can I intervene?
No, please do,
All right,
please
right.
do, please do.
I was speaking to Alison Hines recently,
She was in my mind
know.
as we were talking. Go ahead.
Mhm.
and I was explaining something to her that she fully agreed with me on, right? There was a time when soca got the opportunity to be mainstream, right? Alison Hines sang. Let's say Rupee sang. What is Rupee's most popular song?
Jump,
And then the one that goes mainstream, Tempted to Touch.
tempted to touch,
There is Kevin Little,
turn
Right?
it on.
and there's Alison Hines. That was a time where, and up to this day, if you want to speak about big soca songs, you still have to speak about those songs.
Yes, true.
Correct is right.
Because even when you go in other places, in the parties that are not Caribbean parties, you hear these songs playing and the people singing along.
True.
Correct is right.
That was supposed to be our blueprint,
True.
right? Because those songs made it out where we now want every song to be, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we never followed that. We never followed that pattern. We never look deep into it and say what made this song that, what made it relatable, and let's stick to it and let's give the world that. We never did that. We went back
That's
to the
right.
songs that everybody what everybody will be jumping up and playing a mass with and forgetting the next year,
Correct is right.
right?
Correct.
So we forgot about the blueprint that was set first by those individuals, and we went to do our own thing. And now we're trying to go back to the blueprint. Nobody ever made that point.
Well,
But is the reality that's because I look at it that way, because that I study. I don't just do it. You know, like I think about it. I look into it.
I'm
So-
looking at it that way now.
There are songs that did it,
There are.
but we never followed the pattern. We never stuck to it, and we never continued giving the crowd that type of music. We went back to something else.
Do you think at this point that it would matter if we tried to go back to that blueprint or that formula that was set back then? Do you, or you think that ship has already
The
sailed?
problem is there's evolution in everything,
True.
and evolution in music. So going back to it now, it would sound old school.
Yeah.
So what had to happen is that we had to take it, feed into it, and grow with it, and evolve with it. So it would evolve. It would be evolved to know. You understand? Because even dancehall and reggae music, it has changed.
Yes.
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 But the blueprint is still there. You would know it's a reggae, you would know it's a dancehall. You would definitely know. But it has evolved and it has changed.
Yes.
There's a lot of food for thought, because I'm thinking, okay, you come with something that sets a formula that we can actually use as a blueprint. Now it's about the DJs and the people to take it to the level it's supposed to get into mainstream.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
But it will get there.
It will get there.
eventually, because at the moment everybody is trending. Everybody, okay, let me see what's going on. These soca parties are getting bigger and better. The artists are getting fans from different places, you know, and the artists are trying, collaborating with different people. So it's gonna get there, but it takes a collective. And I always say too that I am not going to say I am going to change it, because you don't know when it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? We are only doing our part. The most we can do is do our part and try to contribute the best we can towards that, because we don't have to be the generation. We would like to be, but we don't have to
Yeah.
be the generation.
You
know?
give
So sometimes we here fighting for it, but we are not the ones to do it. We are contributing. It will get there eventually, though. Just hope that we get to see it.
I have to say this, Vaughn. We've had countless big names on this show, and this is the first time we actually took this conversation there. This is the first time we've actually taken that conversation there. So thank you.
Well, question to the two artists, because I don't know if you know, Lima is also an artist.
Oh, yeah, but,
No. And here I go in with my
My
question.
time gone.
Here, no, your time gone and still here. Here's
No,
my question.
everybody's time is now, man.
Stoker is very much. We want to share it, but we want to keep it as to ourselves. Do you feel that way? We want the world to. We want to share it with the world, but we don't want the world to have it.
I no longer feel like that.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say I'm a soca artist. I'm an
Okay.
artist, right? Because I love to do music,
Right.
and music is not one genre. Music is music. I would do any song that comes to mind, and we supposed to be open-minded to music. Music is not just for fun and for carnival. It's an international language, and everybody should be allowed to speak whatever language they want to speak and appeal to whatever crowd they want to speak to. You know, so I think that the people that think that way should get rid of that way of thinking, or that train of thought, because it doesn't make no sense.
I think, as he said that, you know what I thought of as a good example? When that guy who was on the Black Panther, he used the words Juve to as a title for something he was
and
doing,
everybody
and
made
then
a
Nicki
scene.
Minaj jump on the she said he had no right to do that, and it's like, how you could say he had no right to do that? That word belongs to us as Caribbean people, and he, by using that name, can take it through many doors.
But again, that's my question.
So-
we want to share it. No, we want people to acknowledge it, but we don't want to share it.
Well, she was a classic example of no, you shouldn't be thinking
Oh.
like that.
I usually don't get involved in like those kind of social
Discussion.
media thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's
And-
why
and
that's
share,
why we're
because
here.
I have a thing. I have a thing where I say, you know what? I don't think my opinion matters so much. You know, I don't feel entitled. You know, but my thing with that was right. The word existed for how long?
God Lord, decades.
Who got it copywritten?
No one.
Nobody.
But that's the
right.
problem.
That's all I have to say. Sorry.
And don't say
Yes.
sorry. That's a damn good point. It's a damn good point,
Exactly.
man.
So we have things and we don't own it.
so
And
so
then
when
someone come along and take it and we fight it.
okay, so when you're coming back on the show,
Look.
he smiles.
I go talk
I
to
don't know, you
you. I
tell
go
me.
talk to you off the air, though. I go talk to you off the air.
It's hard. I wear much of air.
You see, I love conversations like this, and we don't, like I said, we got a lot of people, big names coming on, but when we actually take it there, it's like, oh my goodness, okay, so I want to carry this on another day. So I just
Yeah.
invite you to come back to talk all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff
we
and
can have part
music.
2, man.
A part 2?
Yeah.
Enough
All right.
respect.
All right. Enough
So
said. Enough
we
said.
gotta let you go because
Yeah,
I
man.
see the car is moving again, which means you all have to go
Yeah.
someplace, and we don't want to
Yeah.
lose you.
All
The
right.
meeting.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on the show. You're a deep brother. Keep it like that.
Thank you.
Bless up. Bless
You're
up.
welcome.
man,
Have a
God
good
bless.
one. Tell the driver to drive safely.
Go be drive safely.
All right. You all be safe. Have a good one. Enjoy London.
All right.
Yeah, that was.
That was a very good
That was good.
conversation.
That was
And
good.
talk to me off the air and don't buff me. Because
Yeah,
you
yes,
should
I
have
will- I
should
will-
have known I was gonna go there.
Yeah,
that
I will
was a
talk,
really
I
good
will,
conversation.
I will talk to you off the air. I ain't gonna buff you on the air. I ain't gonna buff you on the air. I ain't gonna buff you on the air.
I'm not listening to you. Not
I'm
listening
not
to
gonna
you.
buff you on the air. I'll buff you off the air.
So what else you got from Vaughan so we could play? Because I mean, all right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They want to know about soca. Music to lose it. They like when pets turn over. Soca could prove it. This is the way that we vet and the way that we live life. Yeah, this is the way that we live. This music is paradise. Yeah, on the road with the trucks and 100,000 coming down. Pretty girls in costumes looking so good. Oh, mama. This is the way we live with life. We can't tell we know, nah, nah. So when they come with a question, then we tell them this. Tell them this is our lifestyle. Soca night, keep it pumping for the whole night. Soca night, music with real vibes. Soca night, party real tight. Soca night, hey, do you want to have a day? Yeah, yeah. Want to dingle? Yeah, yeah. No soca play. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do you want to have a day? Yeah, yeah. Want to dingle? Yeah, no soca play. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. So I want to say thank you to all our guests today. Miss Solange Mendoza of a geometric wall design artist, and the name of the business is Visual Lines. We're gonna put her information in the Facebook edits, and of course we'll continue to put her information out there. Dynamic young woman with a fantastic idea, and I encourage each and every one of you to tap into it. Okay, give her a call, go to the website, and we'll put it out there. We also had we finished off with Vaughan. That was a damn good interview, right? Damn good interview, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. Mhm.
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
And we'll have Lord Nelson next week, so that should also be an interesting interview. Please listen out for the rebroadcast on SocaPassionTX.com at 6 o'clock this evening, 6 to 8, and of course on islandbeatradio.net tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. We are live every Saturday on iTunesRadio.com. Go to our YouTube to check out past shows or clips. And of course, the podcast, it should be up by tomorrow, not today, because I'm kind of tired. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Fantastic interview. Let me turn you over to DJ Code Red as he takes us to the 2 o'clock.
Watch everybody now, staggering all around, we going to drink till we
birthday again to DJ Zaya. I see you locked on to the Facebook live stream. Thank you for doing that. And again, happy birthday, belated birthday, because yesterday was your birthday. Susan Hunt, stay safe, all good show. Thank you. Eva Marie, good interview. I think so too. Yeah, and you guys, you and Tricky, y'all enjoy New Mexico, because I know y'all having a good time. Rakshan Singh, you take care. Okay? Continue healing, all right? We gotta go. I will not interrupt my brother DJ Code Red again, because he does catch a fit off of that. See y'all next week Saturday, when our guest will be Lord Nelson.
I don't know what she face look like. Why? She always been over. I don't see this girl all the time, and she always been over. Anytime I see this girl in a party, she always been over. I can identify she by she box. She always been over. This girl love bend. She back always bend, and I just coming in like bang bang. I just coming in like bang bang. She don't look back to see who coming behind she. She back still bend. She no business, don't give a damn. Her motto is a trap is a trap.
When I say I'm fed up with heart, all you feel is broke I'm making. I don't want to hate on love, but sometimes I keep debating. She say she only lover, she only friend. We make a wish, now eat with pen. I sleep and I had a dream, wake up and I make a vow. Soon as everything complete, we saw one out. What I do wrong again, lad? Tell me what I do wrong again. People calling me name, lad. They say I get hard again.
Say goodnight.
Goodbye. See y'all next week Saturday on the air. iTunes Radio, The People's Chat Room. Lima Dunbar, DJ Code Red. And also on Soca Passion rebroadcast and Island Meet Radio rebroadcast.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful week.
Sugar rush.